welcome to part 2 of my 5 Leagues from the Borderlands campaign. Slight change was that I had decided that I was going to take my feral as my avatar instead of the human noble that I rolled up, just because it felt like it was I don't know, gnolls. I love gnolls. A little bit of backstory is that Garl had saved Omar, who's the noble, from got him out of a sticky situation, and they became friends, and then they're working together alongside the rest of Omar's party. Second change I did was I didn't have a halfling figure, so I had an elf figure, and it's actually taken me all this. I was hoping to post it this earlier, but I actually got the bug to paint, which is quite unusual for me. So 5 out of the 6 characters here are actually painted. So we'll start off. We have Omar. Then we have Garl. He's my gnoll. My one unpainted figure, and she's a fae, so she'll get a name and she gets painted. We then have my mage, Balasar. He's actually the backstory that came about was I noticed that there's a lot of what I would consider salamanders on him. So he's actually Balasar from the order of the salamander. Obviously a fire mage. I then have a follower who is Vera. She's a soldier. And last is my plucky little brave adventure villager, who is goes by the name of Barda. This is the map. We have Wayford, which is my town, Oxley, which is my hamlet, and Firestone, which is my village. My 3 camps, so the Gnolling Horde, which are going to be gnolls, that's their camp. Whispers from Beyond, which are going to be undead, so that's going to be their camp. This here is the Forgotten Graveyard that was generated during my backstory. We've got the Breeding Spire up here, a volcano. We then have the Lizard Man camp, and we'll discover something a bit different about them when I encounter them. Miser's Cove, some of the locations that really don't mean a lot, but they were part of my that were just part of the background that I rolled up for this campaign, so I wanted to include them. Right, and actually I'll get that back. So we're going to start sort of up in this region. So our first is going to actually come down to Wayford. So it's recommended when you first start, you travel to a town. So we go to Wayford. So when we travel, we roll on the table and we've got a 63, so we see something in the distance. Add an unexplored location to your regional map. You may opt to go there now or continue to your original destination. I'm probably going to just add it to the town map at the moment. We'll put it just up here. U for unexplored. So I've made it to the town. There's no post-battle sequence. News travels. And I'm sort of considering all of this is the first turn. So, all right, news travels. 67. The Duke's forces have raided the enemy. Select a threat of 5+ and reduce it by 1 point. If all the threats are lower than 5, gain 1 adventure point instead. Well, considering all of them are 5 or better. I'll just randomly go 1 to 3, 4 to 7, 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll re-roll a 10. So the oldest kin has actually been now to 4. Right, so we're back at town. So we're in a town now. And we're gonna get ready to go out. So if we look back over here, we have the preparation stage. We'll go through all of these and then we'll determine what encounter we'll have, and then we'll finish the video on that, and each video from now on will start with the encounter and then go through and we'll see how it goes from there. So if we go back to a prep area now, so we're in town. Local events. So as I said, I'm still considering this is sort of like my first turn. 17. Local events. One of the town elders tells you a tale of old times. Something about it stands out to you. Gain an adventure point. So we've got 1 adventure point. So that's step 1. Hard times. This is our first turn, so I'm not going to worry about this. Step 3, campaign activities. We can get to do 2 of these. I might help the town guard first. Help the town guard. A night of breaking up drunken brawls and watching for rules. No, we're not. No. Yeah, okay. That's what we did. We started to get to know the guard. So I think that's what we'll do for this. And second one. We might meet the locals. So we're in a town, so we're gonna roll on this. 60. Spend time having a drink. It's nice to take a moment to relax, add a story point. We now have 4 of those. Alright, trade. What gold do I have? I need to actually go back and have a look because I've got some numbers in my gold and I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So I'll determine that, and I'll go back and look at the previous video, see where my gold should be. And then I'll just put it up on the screen. So I'm not going to worry about trading. Research. So we might actually start, we've tried to meet the people, so we're going to start making contacts, I think. So roll for connections. 75. So a contract has been offered out. We'll determine what the contract is in a minute. And then we'll see what we'll just see what the contract is. So on the contracts, 88, local noble, Omar's been, so it's going to be die 6 plus 2 gold marks. If we complete it, it's going to be 79, gather information. Gather information, you are needed to gather some suspicious information from around town. The closest settlement to your current position, which is where we are. While carrying out your normal campaign activities, you can attempt each of the tasks below that do not count against your campaign activity limit, but each task must be carried out by a different warband member, and those warband members cannot contribute their skills to any other campaign activities. So I suppose the soldier, Vera, would have been helping the watch. Barter would have been getting to know the locals. So let's have a look. We've got expertise, wit, and speech. So Omar is good for speech. So is Gal, she who won't tell us her name. Gets a +1 on will test and expertise. So I think, is there anything more that we actually have to look over here? To complete the job, you must succeed at least 2 of the tests. If 2 tests fail, the contract cannot be fulfilled. You must complete the job within the next 2 campaign turns. Okay, well, we'll try. Right, roll 2 die 6. And if an eligible character has the skill, add 2 to the roll. Okay, let's go back and just check my skill generation, because I wrote down +1, but I wonder if I should have just written down. Oh no, that's racial, and then the skills on top of that. Okay. So Gal actually gets a +1 to speech. Omar gets +1 to speech, but neither of them have the skill. But she who won't tell us her name has expertise, and Gal has wits. So Omar can do speech. Right, so expertise. So roll 2 die 6. Yep, so that's successful. So that was her. Now Omar. Omar was going to do speech. So he only gets a +1 to this. 5, 6, no. And then Garl gets a +2, 12 foot. Yep. So we successfully completed that contract. So we got a die 6 plus 2 gold marks. 3 goes to 5. Hard times. We rolled for our research. Now we get to decide you decide your adventure. Explore a location. Oh, that was a contract. Okay, so we did that. So we can't explore one of the locations we found. We got battle an enemy threat. I think we might just work out a ride patrol. Then, so we're going to do a ride patrol. Outfit for adventure. Once you know where you're going, select what equipment. Well, we shouldn't have anything like that. We can trade. So we go to ride patrol. So we're gonna go to page 99. Depending on the role. Okay, so what happens is it's down here. So we're going to 44 unsavory type. So our first battle of the campaign will actually be a meeting engagement using the roadside enemies table. They will use the unknown enemy rule for the encounter. But hopefully you'll join me for the next episode where we actually have our first combat. See you next time. Bye.